What's up, everyone? Giant Opinions, or Yankee Opinions, but we got some huge Yankees MLB trade deadline news. This is arguably the biggest deal so far. Now, the New York Yankees are getting Joey Gallo and John King from the Texas Rangers, and in exchange, the Yankees are going to be sending over shortstop Josh Smith, second baseman Ezekiel Duran, outfielder Everson Pereira, second baseman Trevor Hauver, right-handed pitcher Glenn Otto, and the last player is Randy Vasquez, who is a right-handed pitcher. Now, this is huge on multiple fronts, but first off, let's start with the Yankees, the Bronx Bombers. They've been struggling as of recently, and they are going to be buying, as this move shows. Now, Joey Gallo, his average is not the highest. It's around the low 200s, 220, 230, 240 is kind of his best. But the thing is, he gets on base a lot because he takes a lot of walks. He provides his value there. His defense is also Gold Glove caliber. He is a tremendous outfielder. But when you think of Joey Gallo, you think of the home runs. He can hit bombs, and this is great for the Yankees because with their short right field, this is almost a prime. This is the best spot Joey Gallo could ever play and ask to be traded to. He will hit nukes, and the expectation is he does do that. Funny stat. The Yankees have been struggling with hitting home runs against left-handed pitchers. They have 22 with all their lefties combined this year, and Joey Gallo has 22 home runs on the entire year, so he is the same amount of home runs as all the Yankees left-handed hitters do combined. So he will help kind of spark plug that Yankees offense that's kind of been stumbling around. I know they've had some injuries here and there, but the point is they got to win games. Joey Gallo will help them win more games. He's a valuable player, and he has team control after this season too. He'll be playing the next season, and then he becomes a free agent. But I think the Yankees should lock him down. But anyways, John King, relief pitcher. You can never have too much, you can never have enough bullpen guys in arms. He's done okay. I think he is like around a mid-threes ERA, like 3.5 or anything. He's a lefty. He has given up less hits than innings pitched, which is always a good thing. So he can provide nice in that Yankees bullpen, especially because they lost some guys in some other trades that happened last night. He's a nice piece. I do like him in the deal, but Joey Gallo is the main piece. Now, with what the Rangers are getting in return, there's a lot of guys from the Yankees' top 30 farm system that are headed to Texas. Now let's start with the first guy, Josh Smith. He's a shortstop. He's currently the 14th ranked prospect in the Yankees farm system, and he is not there yet. He's only played up to single A baseball, but he's raking right there with a 324 batting average. He's a shortstop. He can play some other positions in the middle infield, but shortstop's his main position. He can hit. He's a little bit fast. He's okay with the glove, so he's a nice player for sure. But he's not going to be coming into the league and not going to be on the Rangers 40-man roster tomorrow when he flies in or anything. So that's number one. Number two is Ezekiel Durant. He is a second baseman, number 15th in the Yankees farm system, and he is a second baseman. The highest he's gotten to is high A ball, so kind of the same thing with Josh Smith. A lot of young guys with not that much experience. But he is young, that's the thing. He has so much time to develop and grow as a player, and he'll get more time in the Rangers farm system too, because the Yankees, they're kind of loaded, and they're unloading a lot of their talent in this trade, so he is a nice little piece in this deal too, but he's not going to make an impact day one. Everson Pereira, he is a outfielder too. He's unranked. He's not a top prospect or anything. He's 20 years old right now. He's in the minors. He hasn't really done too much. He's from what I dove into the numbers, he's not really a home run guy, but he's not necessarily fast. He will take some walks though. He's a little bit inconsistent, but in his best season he had a 1 walk to 2 strikeout ratio, which is not that bad. That's okay. So I guess it's just outfield depth, but you never know. Sometimes they'll find gems, and maybe they see something in him. I mean, I don't know, but it can't really hurt to have him in your organization, I guess. And he's 20 years old, so there's always that. He's a young guy. Now, Trevor Hauver is the other guy in this deal. He's a primary second baseman, but he could also play the outfield too. He's the 23rd ranked prospect in the Yankees farm system. Now, when we take a look about Trevor Hauver, he is also young. The highest baseball he's played is single A. So that is a common trend with all of these guys. He has the ability to hit for some pop, though. Since he has 9 home runs, he has a nice on-base and slugging percentage. This year, he's batting .288, so he'll probably get a bump up to Double A. Trevor Hauver is a guy that I would kind of watch for. He could be someone that could eventually get called up and maybe become an impact player, or at least someone you know, someone in all baseball knows. You never know. All these guys are young, though. That's the thing. They have so much time. Because right now, the Yankees won the trade. We know what Joey Gallo is. He's an established player that can thrive at the MLB level. John King, he seems like a solid relief pitcher that'll be in the league for a little bit. So right now, the Yankees do win because they do get the known, but the Rangers are getting a lot of unknown, and the unknown can sometimes be pretty great. But on to the other prospects and players in the steal. Glenn Otto. Glenn Otto is the most MLB ready out of all of these players. He's a right-handed pitcher. I believe he's a relief pitcher too. He's in AAA right now, but he has struggled a little bit there. But when he was in AA, he was lighting it up. He had around a 3 ERA, but I don't think that really indicates like how good he was doing. He had noticeably less hits than innings pitched, and his strikeout numbers were up there. So this is a guy who's a very good relief pitcher, as he's shown so far. Now, obviously, the Rangers are parting with a bullpen piece in John King, so you can kind of say you're replacing him with Glenn Otto. Excuse me, sorry about that. But Glenn Otto's best pitch is the fastball. He's a fastball guy. He could be a nice addition into the pen, and he might be the first player to get called up soon for the Rangers. He's an interesting name to watch out for, too. I think he's probably my favorite guy in the deal as of right now, just because we kind of have a good idea of what he is, and his numbers before AA were also pretty good. So he's my favorite player in this deal. But the last guy is Randy Vasquez. He is not a top 30 prospect. He's unranked, but he's relatively young, too. His highest experience is just rookie ball. He is a unknown guy, but, I mean, his numbers look nice, and his small sample size, less hits than innings pitched. It's always something I like to see. But we don't know who he is, really, what he's going to be like, if this is just a kind of fluke. Because some players will just do good at like the low levels. Once they get to AA and higher, their career ends because they just can't catch up. Anyways, that is the trade as of right now. Like I said, the Yankees win right now. They are giving up a lot of their farm system, though. But they have depth. That's a thing that many beat reporters noted about this trade. They have a lot of organizational farm system depth. So they can part ways with some of these pieces. And it looks like they're going to keep on adding. So the Rangers, they get a solid haul in return for Joey Gallo. I think it was the right move to trade him. But only time will tell and see if this was a good trade for them. So let me know what you guys think. If you're a Yankees fan or if you're a Rangers fan or hell, just an MLB fan, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching through this whole video. If you did make it, hope you learned a little bit more. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.